So what you want to do is just play. We're going to play E major 9 chord. It doesn't really matter, but we're going to just play with our index finger and our ring finger. So you're going to place your index finger on the 6th fret of the D, ring finger on the 8th fret of the G. So that gives you that little chord right there. And what you're going to do is see where your index finger is sitting on that 6th fret of the D. If you can use the top of your index finger to mute out the A string, then that's going to be useful because we're going to strum from the E to the G. So you're strumming from the E to the G. Now what's nice about this chord is if you're as long as you're muting out that A string, if you accidentally hit that high B and high E string, it's not the end of the world. It still sounds great. So I mean, even if you're hitting those extra strings, it still sounds good. So what you want to do though for the strum pattern, what we're going to do is down, up, down with a palm mute. So you're going to set your palm down on the strings after that last strum. So down, up, down, up, down. All right, to kind of just cut the sound of the guitar quickly. So down, up, down, up, down. Okay, now take a look at where your ring finger is. It's on the 8th fret of the G. So what you're going to do is pluck that and slide it up to 9. So you're going to pluck on 8 and slide up to 9. Then, if you notice your index finger jumped up here, if it followed from that 6th fret, if it followed the slide, it's going to be right up here, hovering above the 7th fret of the D. So you're going to pluck that single note, and then you're going to move down to 6 and pluck that single note on the D string. So we've got all right. Now your index finger is sitting in the 6th fret on the D string. What you want to do now is use your index finger and kind of collapse it down onto the 6th fret of the G as well. So now you're barring across the 6th fret of the D and the G. Now you're going to leave the A string open, and if you want, you can try to mute out the low E string, or you mute it out maybe with your thumb over the top if you want, or just try not to strum it very hard, because the chord we want is A major 7. So we're strumming from the A string to the D to the G. And we're going to do that same strum pattern, down, up, down, with the palm mute. Down, up, down. All right, so here's what we got so far. Down, up, down, down. Down, up, down. Okay. Now we're going to pluck, you're going to add your ring finger back to where it was at the beginning of the song. So that's the 8th fret of the G. And you're going to pluck 8th fret of G. Then you're going to pluck again and slide to 9. So you got, and when you get there to 9, you're going to pluck again. So you've got pluck, pluck, slide, pluck. Okay, so that brings us right back to the beginning of the riff again, where we're going to start over. All right, so check it out. I'll just play it a couple times really slow. So here's what we've got. whoops. So anyway, that's how to play it. But it's kind of like, I think the hardest part is coming back around to the E major 9 chord after you've played that little riff. So if you're going through the riff, getting back to that, you know, because right there, that's when you start the strum pattern again. So that might take a little doing. But here, let's do it one more time. We'll go a little slow. So we've got. And so there's also, you know, this is a really simplified way to play it, and that's why I'm showing you. But if you want to be a little more detail oriented, and you want to try to get it to sound like exactly like the recording, what I think is happening is you've got a bigger slide going up to that 9th fret of the G. So it's, you might want to start down here at, like, say 6 or something and slide up to 9. I'm just simplifying it. Just that 1 fret slide. I think it sounds a little tighter, but you know, if you want to make it sound more like the recording, pick a spot further back to slide your ring finger up to, and then continue down. And then when you get to the A major 7, if you want it to sound a little bit more like the recording, this is the same notes, but it's just a different chord shape. You could put your index finger here on the 5th fret of E, and then middle finger, 6th fret of D, ring finger, 6th fret of G. And that's exactly the same notes as we were playing in this position, but we're using the open A string there. This way we're using index finger here, and then we're muting out the A string. So we're still getting the A note, but it sounds just a little different. It might sound a little bit more like the recording to you. So that's all just kind of preference stuff. Again, I'm just trying to show you an easy way to play it. 2 fingers, index finger, ring finger. I just think that's a super simple way to play the song. Index finger, ring finger, that's all you need. So go ahead and let me know how this video worked, if it helped you or not. Leave a comment, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next video.